When working with clothing racks in general, you want to try to display your clothing as much as you can face out. That is, with the front of the clothing facing forward rather than shoulder out, which you might, like you can even see in my booth, we do have a circular rack with the clothing just facing shoulder out. And you know, we use it because you can get a lot of clothing in one little space. You want to try to display shoulder out only when your space is a premium, or especially if you have your more important merchandise you want to do face out. Your less important stuff you can do shoulder out. One of the most basic tenets of merchandising is always make the store look full. Applies here as well. If you're going to use face out racks, and this is like a 4-way, which is really great, but if you're going to use these, very important that they're always full. Even if you have to pull merchandise off of other displays to fill up these racks, because either you're going to end up looking boutique-y, and none of us want to look boutique-y, or you're going to look like you're going out of business. So if you have a 4-way, you want to keep them full. I think that these may be the single best way to merchandise clothing. This model here has got straight arms, it's got angular arms. Straight arm, I really like the straight arms for pants, and I really like the angular arms for tops. Something like this is available for about 50 bucks. If you sell a couple extra shirts or a couple extra pairs of pants, you're going to pay for this rack very, very quickly. And you can get about 36 to 40 pieces of clothing in about 6 square feet there. So it's a pretty efficient place to go. Now, here's a nice mixture. They're using some 4-way racks over here and some circular racks here. Also, what I like to do, even though they have the circular racks here, what they've done is they've put some front-facing merchandise here so people can see here what's on the rack below. Here, this is front-facing, these are shoulder out, but they can see the product. Also a nice use of a half mannequin even on top of the 4-way to display the clothing. Now, one of the ways to display folded clothing is, especially in the earlier at Harvey Pictures, we saw some table displays. You can also use some racks. This is something that can be used in terms of gondolas. I mean, this is a pretty high-end store, but just the act of having a mannequin, something wearing the clothing nearby to where you have the clothing folded, can be really, really helpful in how we're displaying things. If we're going to stack clothing on shelves, better to put these on the far walls where we can stack merchandise without cutting off the store. This works us into the most important display area of the store, and that's the wall displays. Now here, you want to go as vertical as you possibly can. You also want to mix up the way merchandise is displayed here rather than just stacking shelves to the sky. Now, I just showed you, here's these t-shirts. Here's the wall above these t-shirts. And I really, really love this. Printed tees becoming more and more important to our business. And here, every t-shirt he has on this rack below is displayed here. This is very easy for the customer to see these t-shirts. Not only does it make for a really organized way to sell the t-shirts, it just makes for a great looking wall. I mean, this is a really, really attractive display. And here's another really effective wall display. This is actually something that people can purchase, but I've seen guys in Army Navy stores put something like this together themselves, where they'll have a t-shirt here, and behind the t-shirt will actually be the inventory. I've seen people do that with shelves. We've actually worked with some of our customers, and you can go to our website at rothko.com if you're a Rothko dealer, and you can download some of our images of our t-shirts, and you can actually do this you can just print out pictures of the t-shirts, graphics, and then just use that to help sell the t-shirts. But it's just a great, great way to sell shirts. Now, slat walls allow you to use a variety of different display techniques that are also very effective. Here you have a number of front displayed shirts as well as some complementary footwear displays. Wall displays in general, and slat walls specifically, are really excellent areas to mix and match how you merchandise your clothing. It's got some shelves, it's got some hanging stuff. You and your staff can't be everywhere on the sales floor at once. It's really, really important that you put these complementary items together. Put shoes with pants, hats, put together outfits in them. This will not only increase the sales, but it will also give the customer it just gives them a better shopping experience by having all the different merchandise together. It's also tremendous for footwear. Now again, not everybody has space this. I don't think it's no coincidence that nearly every major sneaker and footwear chain. This is how they merchandise their stores. Obviously, this requires some extra space,